But my dad was telling me, look for school that is not expensive. Look for school that is... So I was doing research. I said, well, I cannot keep myself. I'm just saying that when others are saying there's a casting down, some of us will say there's a lifting up. In Jesus' name. Even when the visa came out, like we saw our visa like this, we're still asking each other that, are you sure we want to move? Says, what jobs were easy to get or apply for? Do the other staff treat you with love and care that you deserve by not being racist? Like I mentioned, being a waiter, in fact, waiting jobs are very easy to get because there are a lot of hospitality agencies here. They play football here every time, and they play rugby as well. So a lot of should I call them city or states in the UK have hospitality agencies catering for the dominant football or footballers or football community in that state. At least for London, we have Chelsea, we have Brentford, we have Tottenham. That's for football. Which one am I not mentioning again? Those are like the three major ones that I know of that I've worked at. London Stadium is there as well. Wembley Stadium is there as well. Then for rugby, we have Alequins, we have Twickenham. So there are a lot of there's even like a competition amongst the hospitality agencies based on pay and all of that. So yes, that's why I said waiting jobs here is very easy to get, and they treat you well because they know that you're important to them. Now this is for London. If you're in Birmingham, there's also for people in Birmingham. I think there's also for people in Manchester. There's also for my agency has branches almost everywhere. They have in the Midlands, they have in Birmingham, they have in, is it Leicester? They have in Hartfield, Watford, Luton area. So you just have to come in and get your particulars ready and apply. And the whole being racist thing, nobody has ever, I've not witnessed, I've not, in my place of work, I've not gone through racism. Racism has not happened to me at all because most of the waiters that you are working with are like people of your color. If they are not people of your color, they are half. If they are not half, they are other colors. And everybody is, it's easy to just even rapport with them. Hi, hello. See, one thing about it is just smile. Once you smile, everything is fine. Just to say hi, hello. That's it. And the people that we serve as guests, they are like, because you're a waiter now, you're serving people that are important in the community. There are people that have money. People that have money and they have things to do in their life will not have time for racism. It's always the poor broke people that are always risk because they don't have anything they want to do with their life. So I'm not bothered, but I've never actually gone through that. My agency, the company, never. They treat us with care and ultimate respect. That's why I like it. So no, I've not been able to witness such a thing. This other question says, is it possible to pay tuition fee while schooling? I already mentioned it before that if you come with somebody, yes, it's going to be easy, at least to an extent. But if you're not coming with somebody, just make sure that you've paid at least 70%, or you have 70% of the money coming from somewhere, and you can also do the remaining 30% yourself. As a student, the highest you will earn in this country, unless maybe one big tech company hired you only be earning like 1,001 highest per month, and that is rent inclusive. You had your rent to eat, food, groceries, transportation. As a girl, you do fine girl, you buy clothes from Shein, from Temu, from Zara. You have to factor all of those things in. So in all honesty, it's not easy, especially right now that UK is now having economic recession. It's not easy. If you're coming with someone, or if you already have somebody here, yes, it's easy. So my advice is that maybe you wait till when they open the borders for you to bring a dependent. If you can't bring a dependent with yourself, it's going to be a lot easy. Like I wish that I shot this video or I'd entered the UK 2 years ago, so I could give you guys this advice and say, oh yeah, becoming a dependent. But I mean, it is what it is. But if they lift the ban, please, as soon as you hear that they have lifted the ban like this, your current boyfriend that God have said you people be married, that you have asked God and God have said it's both of you together, because the man will come here with you, can't leave you, just go and meet Oyinbo. To make sure that the partner you are bringing is somebody that has your interest at heart, and it's somebody that is not egoistic. because coming here with a man is very humbling for the man, especially because you have to do menial jobs before you now get to the promised land. So if a man is not ready to do menial jobs, I've had stories of where the man is still, his brain is still living in Nigeria as a CEO. Meanwhile, he's running out of time and he's not working. So yeah, once you hear like this, pack your bag, your baggage, everything, and wish Nigeria goodbye and run to the UK, because that's the only way I feel that you can pay your fees. You can still pay your fees yourself while you're here, but your studies will get affected in a when you're not Superman. How do you want to do it? Because you'll be doing 20 hours per week. You still be looking for other means to make money, if you know what I mean. If you don't know, come to the UK and you will know. You will still be looking for other means to make extra cash. You still have to be going to school, you still have to be paying rent. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. I don't advise anybody at the moment to do that. So if you cannot come with a dependent, I'll advise you wait more, raise your money, make sure that you've gotten at least 70% of the money, then come and pay the remaining 30% by yourself. That's the only way I can see it working. And I think I've made the analogy. I've been what's the word now? I've been able to like explain how that can work for you. So yeah. It says, hi Beauty, love your content. Thank you. I'd like to know if you used an agent. If no, how did you go about it? I already mentioned that school assigned an agent to me. So yeah, that's been answered already. This question says, finding schools and applying. Thank you. I feel like it's a continuation of a question that I cannot find, but finding schools and applying, like I said, make your research to know what school suits your pocket, your course of study, and all of that. So yeah. And also, I would like to say this out there, that if you're coming to the UK, whether by yourself or you're coming with someone, or you already have someone here and you're coming as a student, my biggest advice for you is that whatever course you're doing, make sure it has a placement here. I am on a course that has a placement here, and it means a lot. Aside from the fact that I'm going to get an extra year on my visa, I also get to have work experience as a student in this place. So by the time I'm done with my course, I am employable. They can employ me full-time in a company because I've already done internship. So yeah, if you want more information on that, my own school, placement here, good courses to apply for in my school, courses that are employable in my school, the fees and everything, let me know. I'll make a separate video on that so that I can explain very well. If it's my course you want to study as well, I'll mention, in fact, I'll explain my course very well in that video, and I'll also seek knowledge from every other person in other departments. I'll try and help you check for other courses in maybe science and the rest that also have placement here, because placement here is very important. Although you get to pay like extra fees, I'm paying extra £2,000 separate from what my other classmates are paying. Other classmates are not on placement here. My fee is £2,000 higher, but I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all, because when they are going to be looking for money to pay for their postgraduate visa, by the time that they are done with their 1 year study, that's when I'm going for work internship, and the internship is paid. I get paid for the internship, and internship is supposed to last me for about maybe 8 months. Now, if I save the money I get from that and apply for postgraduate visa, is that not better? And because I'm doing internship for like 1 year, on my visa I have extra 1 year. So when other people are having like a total of 3 years to spend in the country, 1 year study route, 2 year postgraduate, may I have 4 years or 4.5 years, which is still better, and you're just paying extra 2K for that. So if you want more information on it, the benefit, how to do it, how to go about it, good information from the UK government side, let me know. I'll make a separate video about that, and we'll dissect it. We'll like this. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let me know in the comment section if you want a separate video on what placement is all about, how to apply to my school, how to apply for placement here, and all of that. So yeah. And says, can a 2-2 apply to a school in the UK for masters? Yes, a person that finished with 2-2 can apply. Yes, in fact, I've heard some schools give admission to people that haven't finished with a pass. Some will tell you that the requirement is that even if you don't have a BA, I know for people that want to study design, if you don't have a BA in the course of, maybe you did not have like a BA in school in design or in any other course, as long as you have relevant years of experience in that course, they will give you the course. Yeah, they do that a lot. So you just have to check the requirements. Some of them will tell you, oh, have a BM, or have a 2-1, or have a 2-2. Some of them will tell you have work experience in that field. I feel like for people that want to do fashion designing as well, I mean, who will tell you that you should have studied fashion designing as BA? Who will tell you that one? But if you have work experience, they give you the course, and maybe you probably have to show your portfolio. Yeah, I know that happens. You show your portfolio. If they are satisfied with your portfolio, they give you admission. So yeah, in fact, if you have a pass, you can enter. If it's that one, don't be bothered. Don't be bothered. Do like this. Don't be bothered. This question says, what was the deciding moment that made you finalize on the relocation plan? That's one. Maybe I should answer it one by one. What was the deciding moment that made you finalize on the relocation plan? The deciding moment was actually when God said, my dear, you will go. So the idea already came up right from before I even graduated from uni. The goal was to go to Canada because I have a lot of family members in Canada, and I was going to process Canada, but at the end of the day my mind just moved away from Canada. Then they mentioned UK, and I'm like, well, people should stop stressing me. So for like 2 years they kept mentioning it. I just kept saying, leave me alone, I'm not ready. So my father just woke up one morning and said, you will go to the UK, say. And I'm like, ah. And all of this started last year. Okay, so I moved last year. It started 2 years ago, December, and I didn't start my processing until last year, January. And in 6 months, everything was done. So even while I was doing the process, even up until when I collected my visa, I still did not believe that I was still going to move. I still kept having plan B. And if you notice, if you've been following me both on TikTok, Instagram, and even here on YouTube, you know that I got a new apartment. I furnished my apartment, although I didn't furnish my apartment to my taste because I knew I was processing, UK. So I was trying to, minimize the cost and everything. But I had a plan B. In fact, I had a plan C. In fact, I had a plan D, just in case it doesn't work out. So I already tried not to even get my heart broken from the onset. But even when the visa came out, we saw our visa like this, we're still asking each other that, are you sure we want to move? But when God already says you will move, say, and because God was all about it, he was all in it, the processes were easy, it wasn't difficult. Even when difficulties arose, there were quick supernatural solutions. And I kept having dreams. I dream a lot. I have the gift of dreaming. I kept having dreams, seeing myself here. You would want to say, oh, it's because you're applying, but my heart was not actually here. I really did not want to move at that time. So for me to keep seeing myself here, and then several other dreams, several other word of confirmation, prophetic words that I heard, I just knew, well, if I don't go, let me not vex God. I did it for God. I moved for God. So yeah, and it gives me boasting rights, when in place of prayer, for me to go back to God and say, this thing is not working well, but you were the one who asked me to leave Nigeria. You for just leave me there, although you will not want to say that because that's rude. But then, I just tell God, you actually asked me to move here, so you need to make this work for me. And in no time, I get answers to my prayers. Even before I pray, I just cry and say, God, you know, and everything comes to pass. So yeah, it was when I kept hearing news, hearing God say, you will go, say, you will go, say. That was when I said, okay, don't worry, I will go. So yeah, that was the final deciding moment for me. What did you opt for? Why did you opt for the school you are presently in? In all honesty, it's because my uncle was in the school. My uncle that I'm talking about now, I think he has graduated. No, he has not graduated. He's still doing his internship. It was because my uncle said, in fact, when I was applying, you know how a lot of people will apply for 4, 5, 6 different schools. I only applied to 2. I applied to University of Westminster because a friend of mine was going there. And I also applied to my present school because my uncle was there. So I just did follow come. And then one major thing I did, because it wasn't enough that my uncle was in the school. My uncle was doing international business, so which is quite different from my course. I actually went to the place of prayer. See, prayer, I'm a Christian, so I always tell you to pray. and to trust God. I went into the place of prayer and told God, okay, I want to process this school, but I don't know what course to study. In fact, I carried notebook. I was writing names of, because my dad was telling me, look for school that is not expensive. Look for school that is. So I was doing research. I said, well, I cannot keep myself. I just went and told God that, see, I need a course that, I would love, I would flourish in, I would excel in it, and would, open my eyes to see what I really want to do in life. Because at that time, content creation is only the future ambition I had. That was all I could see myself doing. I never even thought I would be in PR. I didn't even know that there's a course called PR. And that day, I was just scrolling through school's website and I saw it. And I'm like, what's PR? There was media and journalism there, but me, I'm not a media and journalism person. So I'm like, what's PR? And I checked and that was it. So yeah, God and my uncle, those two played a major role in why I picked my school. Yeah. The same person asked, how has it been like settling in the UK life? I already mentioned that it's been a bit chaotic. I'm giving myself another 6 months to see how far I go or how better it gets. So right now, it's still a bit chaotic, but it's getting better. Do you wish you relocated earlier? Nope. 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 The only reason why I wish I relocated earlier was to be able to give you guys this information. I do not wish it. Not really. I was praying for it at some point, but I didn't wish I relocated earlier. Well, maybe when the UK government was beginning to say, oh, we want to close border, then I began to wish that I wish I had done it earlier. But no, it wasn't really what I put my mind into before. So I wasn't all shocked about it until I got my visa. So yeah, I didn't wish it. Nigeria was good to me for the period I stayed there, although for like 1 year I suffered a lot, but Nigeria was still good to me. My family was there and I still miss my family. So yeah, I didn't. Advice for individuals who want to come to study in the UK. I think I already advised you on, picking a course that comes with placement here so you can get extra year on your study route. And for you to get work internship, work experience, then use a school that will provide an agent for you so you don't have to stress and you don't fall in the hands of scammers. Then if you're coming here to pay your school fees by yourself, pay 70% from Nigeria. It's better. If you don't even pay it, have it somewhere. Know somewhere that the money will come from somewhere, at least 70% before you come. And if they lift the border for the ban on the dependent thingy, come with a dependent. Yeah, I feel like that's all the advice I'll probably have. I'll probably be able to give more advice when I talk about my course of studying, my school, how to get the placement thingy. When I fully talk about my school, not factor in other schools, because I only have experience with my school. So maybe when that video comes up, if you guys request for it and I eventually shoot the video, then I can probably have more advice, because that way I'll be dealing with student life, study life, rather than relocation, work life, uni life. We're just doing randoms at this point. So yeah, if the request comes up, I would have much more to say. And if you guys make the request at the time when this video comes up, I would definitely shoot it like the day after, because I don't even want to take too much time posting any content on YouTube at this point. Not after I receive my YouTube paycheck. So yeah, I will be consistent on YouTube. I'll be giving people back to back. So yeah, let me know if you want that kind of video. This says a comparison between the job markets in Nigeria and UK and the ease of getting job offers. Honestly, as a student, it's easy to get jobs in this country, and because you're getting paid in pounds, it's a lot easier. But for Nigeria has job offers, but the pay is low. I mean, why would you be giving me so much workload and responsibility and you say it's 50k, 60k you want to pay me? Are you whining? You dey whine? Is it a joke? So, but for the UK, you get the value of the work you're doing. If you're overworking, you get paid for overworking. If you're underworking, you get paid for underworking. If you're working normal, you get paid normally. So it's in the UK is way better. And the beautiful thing again is that as a student, we don't get taxed. Even as a normal person, maybe you came as a dependent or you came as job sponsorship and all of that. If you're not earning more than 12,750 per year, they won't tax you. It's when you begin to earn more than that, they'll start removing 20% of what you're earning. So it's better. Honestly, it's way better, especially for students that are coming. There are several jobs that you can get here, even the ones that you can do from the comfort of your home, the ones that you can do online, and there are several job sites that you can get legit jobs. So honestly, but maybe because I'm staying in London is a bubbling city, there's always opportunity everywhere, so maybe that's why. But every other place too is the same. So yeah, I prefer the UK to Nigeria by far. In fact, the margin is very rare. Let's not even compare. It will be an insult to the UK. Let's not compare. Let's not compare. She says, I want to genuinely ask how it is going for you. And is it worth all the stress of visas and all of that? And then what were the challenges that you faced when you got there, so I'll know what I'm preparing against. Then what's the job situation like? Is it really that hard to get a decent job? It's not hard, like I mentioned. It's not hard to get a job. It's very easy to get a job here. You just have to have your CV and your cover letter sweet. Make them feel important in the cover letter, and you get a job and have a good work experience if you're applying for bigger roles, that kind of thing. The job situation is you will get a job. Even if you don't get a job, skills here are very important. If you are coming, I know people that for the first few months they survived on tying, makeup, hairdressing. In fact, I say that hairdressing is a major thing in this UK, because a lot of people are looking for people that would make their hair cheap for them. You know, there's no cheap hairdresser in this UK, especially in London. So a lot of people are looking for people that will braid their hair for £50, £60, as opposed to £200 that other hairdressers are charging. So if you have a hairdressing skill, if you don't have, go and start learning how to, you know, melt your lace, how to install wigs and all of them, braids especially. If you now know how to do Ghana weaving, you have won. So, you know, hairdressing skills and all of them. Then it was, what's the stress? Because I mean, right now I can send £5 back to Nigeria and it will be equal to 10,000 naira. I'm not laughing at the economic cheap. I'm just saying that when others are saying there's a casting down, some of us will say there's a lifting up in Jesus' name. So yeah, it's what all the stress. So because I can send money to my sister. My sister can come in and say, I'm beauty, I need 2K. I'll say, which 2K? I can't give you more than 2K. Are you whining? So yeah, it's better. And you know, if you look at the end goal, staying back in this country, being able to raise enough money to start buying properties in Nigeria and all of that, is worth it. I'll never realize what the stress is better. In fact, I'd rather go through the stress here than stay back in Nigeria and suffer. So yes, it's worth it. Then what were the challenges that I faced when I got here? Settling down. Yeah, settling down. I know a lot of other people face housing issues, you know, getting a very good house for a cheap amount. Me, I was lucky enough, I enjoyed grace. Although I'm paying rent, but I'm not paying so high. So yeah, I got that grace. That's why I say it's important to factor God in everything that you do. Well, that challenge that I faced, then, you know, my dependent getting the job of his dream, and me also getting the job of my dream. And we've all just been able to come to the conclusion that he will get there. It might just take time. This UK is time and patience. Every dream that you have in this country will definitely get fulfilled. You just need time and patience. That's just it. So yeah, I feel like all of the questions she had, I've been able to answer them prior to this time. So yeah, I feel like I've been able to answer everybody's questions. If you have more questions, please let me know in the comment section. We can always do a part 2. And the request that I talked about school placement and all of that, if you still want that video, please let me know in the comment section, because we have finally come to the end of this video. My mouth is already paining me. I think I have tried, and I hope that we've not entered 30 minutes yet, because we have talked a lot. But you people who watch it like that new, because you people that ask me questions. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope I answered all of your questions. If you have more questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. And if you have requests on videos or anything, let me also know in the comment section, and I'll come through for you guys. So thank you guys for watching up until this point. If you've not subscribed and you're looking at me, you're looking at my fine face, you've not subscribed to my channel, why? Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend it to other people that are in need of it. And you know, all the good things that we do on this channel, please do it. You're already a member. Why should I be stressing to be telling you what to do? Subscribe, that's the cocoa, and watch the video to the end. So if you've not seen my previous video, please go ahead and watch it. I'm pretty sure you enjoy it, because a lot of strength and sweat went into that video, so you better watch it. Yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching up until this end, and I hope I've actually been able to answer all of your questions. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, my loves. Mwah. Bye, guys.